Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're going to be doing a deep dive into milk tea.
Ooh, fun.
And, it's funny because I was reading this article on zenfitpulse.com
Oh, yeah.
called Milk Tea Benefits and Risks, What You Should Know for a Healthier Sip.
Catchy.
And, milk tea is just something that's like so popular.
It's everywhere these days.
I mean, it's everywhere. And like, I never even really thought about it before.
Yeah, I know what you
I
mean.
just sort of like drank it.
Totally.
But now I'm kind of like looking at it with like new eyes.
Right. And the article even mentions how the author starts their day with like a ginger milk tea ritual.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
It's really interesting how it's become a cultural phenomenon. Like, it's not just a drink anymore.
It's like a whole thing.
Yeah, you see bubble tea shops on every corner and even like elaborate chai ceremonies.
Oh, yeah, chai is a whole other
yeah,
level. But before we get into like all of that,
Yeah, let's get back to basics.
what is actually in this stuff?
Right, like what are we putting in our bodies?
Yeah, so what are like the core components of milk tea?
Well, at its most basic, you've got tea milk and some kind of sweetener.
Okay, that sounds pretty simple,
Right.
but I have a feeling it gets a lot more complicated than that.
Oh, yeah. Definitely the nutritional profile can change a lot depending on the recipe and the ingredients.
So like how many calories are we even talking about here?
It could be anywhere from like 150 to 300 calories per serving.
Ooh, that's a big range.
Yeah, it is. And it mainly comes down to the type of milk you're using and how much sweetener you're adding.
So like if I'm using whole milk and a ton of sugar,
Oh, yeah, then those calories are going to add up fast.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
So for those of you out there who are maybe a little bit more calorie conscious,
Mm-hmm.
what are some things you can do to lighten things up a bit?
Well, you could try switching to plant-based milk alternatives, like almond milk or oat milk.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, those can significantly lower the fat and calorie content.
And I've heard that they can actually be pretty good too.
Yeah, they've come a long way. They're really tasty these days.
And the article even mentioned a keto-friendly option using plant-based milks.
Oh, yeah, the keto milk tea.
That's pretty interesting.
It is.
So
Yeah.
what kind of fat would that primarily include?
Well, when you go the keto route with plant-based milk, you're mainly getting unsaturated fats.
And those are the good fats, right?
Yeah. Generally speaking, unsaturated fats are considered healthier than saturated fats.
Okay, good to know.
But, it's always important to check the nutrition label,
Oh, for sure.
just to be sure.
Yeah, you never know what they're sneaking in there.
Exactly.
So we've talked about the calories and the fat,
Mm-hmm.
but what about the sugar?
Ah, yes. The sugar. That's a big one.
It seems like that could be a major factor in how healthy milk tea really is.
Absolutely. Sugar content can range from like 15 grams to a whopping 50 grams per serving.
50 grams.
I know, it's crazy, right? And it depends on what kind of sweetener you're using. White sugar honey, those flavored syrups they use in bubble tea shops.
I think I see where this is going.
Yeah, and this brings us to the concept of insulin resistance.
Okay, so for those of us who might not be familiar with that term,
Right.
what exactly is insulin resistance?
Well, insulin is a hormone that helps your body use glucose for energy.
Okay.
And insulin resistance happens when your cells become less responsive to insulin.
Oh,
So it's harder for glucose to enter the cells.
I see.
And this can lead to higher blood sugar levels.
Oh,
And over time, it can increase your risk of developing type 2 diabetes.
so that sugary milk tea might taste good in the moment,
Yeah,
but it could be setting us up for some serious health problems down the road.
exactly. It's all about balance.
Speaking of balance,
Yeah.
let's take a quick break and remind you to subscribe to The Deep Dive.
Yes. And don't forget to check out zenfitpulse.com.
They're a fantastic resource for all things health and wellness.
Definitely.
We'll be right back with more on milk tea, including some surprising potential health benefits.
Stay tuned.
Okay, so before the break, we were talking about some of the not-so-great things in milk tea.
Yeah, like all that sugar
And all those calories.
and how it can potentially lead to insulin resistance.
Yeah, not good.
But before we get too doom and gloom,
Yeah.
let's talk about some of the potential health benefits.
Okay, I'm ready for some good news.
All right, so one of the key benefits comes from the tea itself.
Okay.
Whether you're drinking black tea, green tea, or oolong tea, you're getting a good dose of antioxidants.
Antioxidants.
Yeah, specifically polyphenols.
Polyphenols. Okay, I've heard that word before.
Yeah, it gets thrown around a lot.
But I'm not really sure what they are.
So polyphenols are basically plant compounds,
Okay.
and they're known for their antioxidant properties.
And what do antioxidants do again?
They protect your cells from damage caused by free radicals.
Free radicals.
Yeah, those are unstable molecules that can contribute to aging and disease.
So antioxidants are like the good guys.
Exactly. They're like little superheroes fighting off the bad guys.
I like that analogy.
And within the polyphenol family, there's a specific type called catechins.
Catech.
And those are really abundant in tea, especially green tea.
Oh, yeah, green tea is like the antioxidant superstar.
It is.
But do we still get those benefits in milk tea where it's mixed with milk and other stuff?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Some research suggests that the milk might reduce the absorption of certain antioxidants,
Oh, no.
but you're still getting a significant amount.
Okay, that's good.
And different types of tea have different benefits.
Oh, like what?
Well, green tea, for example, is a good source of EGCG.
EGCG.
It's a catechin that's been linked to improved heart health and brain function.
Wow, so milk tea is like a multitasker.
It is.
It tastes good, and it might be good for us.
Exactly.
What other benefits are there?
Well, the milk itself has some benefits, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good source of calcium, vitamin D, and protein.
All the good stuff.
Yeah, and those are crucial for strong bones and overall health.
Especially as we get older, right?
Exactly.
I feel like I'm always hearing about how important calcium is for bone health.
Yeah, it's essential.
So milk tea for strong bones.
You got it.
All right, what else?
Well, let's not forget about the potential metabolism boost.
Oh, yeah, caffeine.
Just like coffee tea contains caffeine.
And caffeine can speed up your metabolism.
Exactly. It can temporarily increase your metabolic rate.
But I've heard that the caffeine in tea doesn't really have that much of an impact.
Well, it's true that the effect is relatively small.
Okay.
It's not a magic weight loss solution.
Right.
But some studies have shown that caffeine combined with the other compounds in tea, like those catechins,
Mm-hmm.
they can slightly increase energy expenditure
Okay.
and potentially aid in fat burning.
So it's not going to replace hitting the gym,
No,
but it could give us a little extra help.
exactly.
You ain't that?
But remember, moderation is key.
Of course.
Too much caffeine can lead to jitters, anxiety, and sleep problems.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Definitely not.
Now, I've also heard that ginger milk tea can be good for digestion.
Oh, yeah. Ginger's been used for centuries to soothe digestive issues.
Interesting.
More research is needed. Some studies suggest that ginger can help with nausea, bloating, and other digestive problems.
So if I'm feeling a little queasy,
Yeah.
a cup of ginger milk tea might be just what I need.
Could be.
Okay, well, this is all great information.
Yeah.
It seems like milk tea has a lot more going for it than I originally thought.
It does.
But I'm guessing there are also some risks we need to be aware of.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We'll get into those right after this quick break.
Don't go anywhere.
And don't forget to subscribe to The Deep Dive and visit zenfitpulse.com for more evidence-based health information.
They're a great resource.
We'll be right back with more on the potential downsides of milk tea.
And we're back for the final part of our milk tea deep dive.
Yeah, it's been quite a journey, huh?
It has. I mean, we've learned so much.
We have from the nutritional breakdown to the potential health benefits.
Yeah, and even some of the risks.
Right. It's all about balance.
So how do we find that sweet spot?
Well, I like what you did there.
You know, enjoying milk tea without totally sabotaging our health goals. It's all about mindful consumption.
Mindful consumption. Okay, I like that.
It means being aware of what's in your drink, making conscious choices, and listening to your body.
So it's not about saying goodbye to milk tea forever.
No, not at all.
It's about making smarter choices.
Exactly.
So let's get practical.
Okay.
What are some things we can do to make our milk tea a little bit healthier?
Well, first let's talk about those sweeteners.
Okay. Sugar.
Yeah, instead of loading up on refined sugar, why not try some natural alternatives?
Oh, like what?
Honey, stevia, maple syrup.
Those are good ideas.
Yeah, they can add a different dimension of flavor, too.
And they're better for you.
Exactly.
I also love adding spices,
Oh, yeah, spices are great.
like ginger, turmeric, cinnamon.
Those are all fantastic additions.
They add so much flavor, and they have health benefits, too.
Exactly. Ginger can help with digestion. Turmeric has anti-inflammatory properties.
And cinnamon can even help regulate blood sugar levels.
It's like a win-win.
Totally.
Flavor and health all in one.
Now, what about the milk itself?
Yes, the milk.
Are there any swaps we can make to lighten things up?
For sure, you can always opt for low-fat milk.
Okay.
Or even better plant-based milk alternatives.
Like almond milk, soy milk, oat milk.
Exactly. Those can significantly reduce the calories and the fat.
And they can add some unique flavors, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I love experimenting with different plant-based milks.
Me too. There's so many options out there.
Okay, so we've got our sweeteners figured out.
Mm-hmm.
We've got our milk situation handled.
What else?
What about controlling the sugar?
Yes, good point.
Like instead of using those pre-sweetened mixes,
Yeah, those can be really sugary.
can we just use unsweetened tea And add our own sweetener.
Absolutely. That way you have complete control over how much sugar you're adding.
That's a great idea.
Right.
Okay, now let's talk about toppings.
Oh boy, toppings.
I love boba pearls.
Me too.
Yeah.
But they can be loaded with sugar and calories.
Yeah, that's the downside.
So why not try some healthier alternatives?
Like what?
Chia seeds, aloe vera, fresh fruit.
Those are good ideas.
Yeah, they add texture and flavor without all the guilt.
I love adding fresh fruit to my milk tea.
Me too, it's so refreshing.
Okay, so we've covered sweeteners, milk sugar toppings.
Anything else?
Well, even if we make all the right choices with our ingredients,
Yeah.
we can still overdo it on the quantity,
Portion control is key.
right? Even those jumbo-sized milk teas,
Oh yeah, those are dangerous.
they can really pack in the calories.
It's all about being mindful and savoring your drink.
I think that's a great takeaway.
It is.
Mindful consumption, portion control, and making healthier choices.
Exactly.
Well, I want to thank you so much for joining me on this milk tea deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
And I want to give a huge shout out to zenfitpulse.com for their amazing article.
Yeah, their content is always top-notch.
They're a fantastic resource for anyone who wants to learn more about health and wellness.
Definitely check them out.
And for all of you listening out there,
Yes,
we want to hear from you.
we do.
What are your favorite ways to enjoy a healthy and delicious cup of milk tea?
Share your tips, your recipes, your milk tea love.
Let's keep this conversation going on social media.
Yeah, absolutely.
And don't forget to subscribe to The Deep Dive for more fascinating explorations into the world of food health and everything in between.
Until next time.
Happy sipping, everyone.